There has to be life outside of Earth. In our galaxy alone, there are 400 billion stars. Each on average has about 2 planets, with some going all the way up to 10. Let's assume humanity is at its last breath and we need to find a new planet immediately. There are millions of worlds that we can explore, so watch until the end for the best planet and let's go on a journey to worlds better than ours. Our first world brings us pretty close to home, about 12.5 light years away. That might sound relatively close, but going at the fastest speeds humanity has ever achieved with spacecrafts, it would take us 302,000 years to get here. But once we were here, we'd see a beautiful Earth-like world, potentially with oceans much greater than Earth's and a mass almost the same. Its host star is an extremely stable older star that would create a very peaceful environment on the planet. Our biggest issue with this planet is the sheer distance it is from its star. It is still in the habitable zone, but it orbits just 2.4 million miles away from its sun. That's so extremely close and 15 times closer than Mercury is to our sun. Now that wouldn't eliminate the possibility of life, but it could make the planet tidally locked, making one side scorching hot and the other brutally cold. I don't know about you, but I want to take a journey to a planet whose year is just 5 days. Just 11 light years away from T-Garden star, we approach Glide 667 cc. This planet is a very promising candidate for life. At about 4 to 5 times more massive than Earth, it is on the larger side of planets, but this likely would lead to a much denser and protective atmosphere and a very powerful magnetic field. This would lead to a more stable climate as well and very powerful protection against harmful radiation compared to on Earth. Its extremely large size and massive oceans would likely lead to a higher potential for biodiversity compared to our planet because it has way more surface area and higher surface temperatures, which is weird to say that it would literally create better life than our mommy Earth. While promising, it is very close to its star with a year lasting just 28 days, and for humans it would make a 100-pound human 2 to 300 pounds on its surface. That would likely mean that the life that may form on this planet would be much physically stronger than any life here on Earth. This exoplanet is probably the most promising for us humans, not because life on this planet would be superior, but because of the sheer magnitude of distances in space and Proxima Centauri being the closest stellar neighbor to us. Proxima Centauri b would be the most achievable and studyable planet out of any on this list. It resides just 4 light years away from us and has just about the same mass as our Earth. It's perfectly in the habitable zone of its extremely small star where liquid oceans could definitely be possible. There are some challenges it would have because its host star is a red dwarf, which tends to have unstable amounts of radiation throughout short periods of time. But Proxima b remains one of the most prime targets for future interstellar travel. And who knows, if we find life on this planet, then we know there is most likely life on all of the other planets we've discussed. TRAPPIST-1e, along with most of the planets discussed, is located perfectly in its star's habitable zone, and its star might be the key to the most intelligent life in the universe. See, TRAPPIST-1, the host star, is a red dwarf that burns fuel extremely slowly. To give you an idea, all the life you see on Earth had roughly 4.5 billion years to evolve, and in 1 billion years, life will no longer be possible because of the growing luminosity of the sun. But TRAPPIST-1 has a lifespan of about 10 to 12 trillion years, or about 700 times the age of the current universe. That gives almost 10,000 billion years for complex life to evolve. That type of life would be indistinguishable from the very fabric of space and time itself, most likely having derived methods to altering physics and creating their own baby universes. It's terrifying to think that in our universe, life could very well exist, but humans are fundamentally incapable of understanding it. Our last world would take us 1,200 light years away from home, with our sun being long from visible to this world. This planet orbits around a K-type main sequence star, about 60% the mass of our sun. The world you're looking at is Kepler 442b, the most promising planets humans have to discover life. It lies right within the habitable zone of its star, just 40% of an astronomical unit away, or about 38 million miles. That's just about the distance between Mercury and the sun. And in this Goldilocks zone of its star, liquid oceans have formed on this planet, which is, on Earth, the first place that life evolved. Another great thing about this planet is that its star is extremely stable and provides a very optimal amount of radiation to support a strong biosphere. This extraterrestrial world is just about 2.5 times the mass of Earth and about 1.5 times its size. So if you weighed 100 pounds here on on Earth, you would weigh just about 150 pounds on the surface of Kepler. The greatest thing about Kepler, however, is its incredibly stable star that is estimated to have a 20 to 70 billion year lifespan, meaning it would have magnitudes of more time to evolve complex life than our very Earth has. But this video has got me thinking about our place in the universe. Are there aliens looking at our very planet and wondering if it's habitable? Are we alone in this gigantic galaxy and potentially gigantic universe? Well, we don't know. We don't know if life is just something that naturally occurs when conditions are right, or something that is fundamentally scarce in the universe. So value the fact that you're alive, because you could be on the only planet in the entire universe that has life.